Welcome to The Explainer. So today we are unpacking a story that feels like it was ripped straight out of some gritty Hollywood boardroom thriller. But get this, it actually unfolded in the digital landscapes of a Minecraft role-play universe. We're doing a high-stakes, Harvard business-style case study on one of the most volatile and frankly mind-boggling corporate empires we have ever analyzed. We are going to track an absolutely wild journey of ambition, betrayal, and incredible scale.
I mean, seriously, what happens when a petty pizza delivery rivalry just completely spirals out of control? We aren't just talking about your standard market share battles or price wars here. We're looking at a literal jump from hauling pepperoni pizzas on a scooter to negotiating massive arms deals on cargo ships. It is an absolute masterclass in aggressive business scaling, albeit an incredibly wildly illegal one.
Section 1. From Employees to Founders.
Okay, meet our protagonists, Pro Boys and Junkie. They actually started off as hard-working delivery boys for a company called Tomato. They were hustling out there, delivering pizzas lightning fast and generating real capital for their employer. But look at this massive discrepancy. Imagine hitting the streets all day, generating a solid 18,000 rupees in revenue, and expecting a fair cut, maybe 30%, right? Instead, their boss hands them a thoroughly insulting commission of just 200 rupees, literally pennies. This right here is the classic catalyst for disruption. When you alienate your value creators, a market rebellion is basically inevitable.
So what do? They don't just quit. They go completely rogue. Step 1, steal the company scooter. Step 2, take out loans to buy computers and gear. Step 3, instantly launch their own startup, Junk Boys Delivery Service. Now look, from a strictly legal perspective, stealing a scooter, terrible idea. But from a purely entrepreneurial standpoint, it was a swift, highly aggressive market entry. And you know what? It worked. By undercutting their old boss and hustling hard, they grossed a massive 80,000 rupees on day one.
Moving right along to Section 2, the delivery business split.
The thing about early success is that it often masks underlying operational flaws. They had the capital, and they clearly had the demand. But this partnership was built on an incredibly unstable foundation. Pro Boys was out there absolutely grinding, completing 20 deliveries a day, and Junkie, he completed exactly 4. Why? Because he was spending his entire shift playing video games in the office. Unequal effort is literally the fastest way to poison a partnership. Pro Boys was doing all the heavy lifting and generating the actual revenue, while Junkie was just acting as a deadweight executive.
And that brings us to the boiling point. When it finally came time to divide the profits, Pro Boys rightly demanded a fair 50-50 split. But Junkie, despite doing a fraction of the work, outright refuses. He offers Pro Boys a measly 2,000 rupees. Sound familiar? History was repeating itself. Junkie had basically become the exact type of greedy boss they had originally rebelled against. So Pro Boys did what any self-respecting founder would do. He took his scooter, walked right out the door, and launched a direct competitor.
Section 3, Sabotage and Celebrity Wars.
Now you've got two identical delivery services fighting tooth and nail for the exact same local market. And the founders resorted to some aggressive, downright dirty tactics to destroy each other. Day 1 is your standard price war fare. Junkie undercuts the market down to 500 rupees. Day 2, Pro Boys counters with a 20-minute delivery guarantee. But by day 3, we are entering criminal territory. Junkie actually drains the petrol from Pro Boys' scooter, causing massive delays. And day 4, that's the climax. Pro Boys intercepts one of Junkie's deliveries meant for a major influencer, Aish Moore, and literally plants a live cockroach right in the pizza. It was a catastrophic health code violation designed specifically to tank Junkie's public reputation.
But local sabotage wasn't enough, right? They escalated to a multi-million-dollar endorsement arms race just to manipulate market perception. Junkie somehow miraculously secures a collaboration with Cristiano Ronaldo, which sends his sales completely through the roof. Pro Boys, refusing to back down, leverages absolutely everything to sign Lionel Messi right before the FIFA World Cup. We are literally looking at two local delivery guys using global sporting icons to sell pizzas.
And talk about timing. This massive bet pays off astronomically for Pro Boys. When Messi's team wins the World Cup, Pro Boys' brand association causes his profits to absolutely skyrocket. He secures millions in capital, buys out massive warehouse spaces, and completely corners the market. Junkie's business is effectively crushed into the dirt, and the rivalry seems to be over for good. Pro Boys is the undisputed king.
Which leads us to Section 4, the Pablo Arms scandal.
Just when Pro Boys thinks he has a total monopoly, he runs into a massive staff retention problem. His entire executive team comes to him threatening to resign. Why? Because the supposedly bankrupt junkie is suddenly offering them a staggering 20 lakh monthly salary to jump ship. 20 lakh. The math just does not add up here. How is a defeated competitor suddenly flush with enough cash to launch a hostile talent takeover? Pro Boys realizes something entirely illegal must be happening behind closed doors.
So, doing a bit of corporate espionage, Pro Boys sneaks into Junkie's facility and finds the smoking gun. It's a business card for a man named Pablo Score. And spoiler alert, Pablo Score isn't a food vendor. He's an infamous underground dealer of illegal items and high-grade weaponry. The truth hits Pro Boys like a ton of bricks. Junkie didn't bounce back by selling pizzas. He secretly pivoted his entire delivery logistics network into an international black market arms syndicate.
Pro Boys tails his old partner to a clandestine meeting on a massive cargo ship and overhears the deal of a lifetime. Get this, Junkie accepts a staggering 50 crore advance to deliver a massive shipment of illegal weapons. 50 crore! The stakes have shifted entirely from local market dominance to straight-up international felonies.
So, what exactly does a ruthless CEO do when he finds his rival committing treason? He orchestrates a sting. Look at this flawless execution. 1. Tail the target. 2. Infiltrate the cargo ship entirely unseen. 3. Photograph the transaction, capturing the weapons and the cartel leaders in crystal clear 4K. 4. March straight down to the police station and hand over the camera. Within hours, the cops raid Junkie's operation, and Pro Boys' only remaining competitor is locked behind bars. It's the ultimate hostile takeover via law enforcement.
And finally, Section 5, a profitable reconciliation.
So, with Junkie eliminated, Pro Boys is facing a massive scaling problem. He has all the market share but a severe lack of capable executive talent to actually manage it. His assistant points out that the company is growing way too fast and is basically on the verge of collapse without a brilliant logistical mind running operations. And then Pro Boys has this hilarious yet incredibly pragmatic realization. He says, "We need a sharp-minded partner. Junkie built a massive empire with Pablo Score." And honestly, it's true. Junkie might be a criminal, but the logistical genius required to secretly run an international arms ring, that's the exact skill set Pro Boys needs to scale his delivery empire.
To solve his talent acquisition problem, Pro Boys takes his massive piles of wealth, heads straight back to the very police he just tipped off, and simply bribes them. Seriously, he pays them off to erase Junkie's criminal record and orchestrates his release from prison. It is the ultimate corporate buyout. He literally buys his co-founder's freedom in exchange for his operational expertise.
And this brings us right back full circle. After all the theft, the sabotage, the cockroaches, the celebrity wars, and the literal international weapons smuggling, they finally sit down and agree to the exact thing Pro Boys asked for on day one: a fair 50-50 equity split. It perfectly illustrates that in this chaotic world, bad blood can absolutely be cured by good business. They combine their empires to become the richest figures in their entire world.
Let's wrap up this explainer with a final thought to chew on. Is ruthlessness the ultimate requirement for business success? Think about their journey for a second. Did Pro Boys and Junkie achieve world-dominating wealth despite their shady tactics, their betrayals, and their highly illegal pivots, or entirely because of them? It is a fascinating look at the absolute extremes of ambition. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. I hope this breakdown helps you view the mechanics of corporate rivalry in a whole new light. Keep questioning the system, and I'll catch you next time.